All right, I'm back. I went into the community forum and asked the question of what the next video should be. So I didn't get a lot of suggestions. I got 2 suggestions, but better than more suggestions than I thought I was going to get. So we'll attack both of them in this video. No reason for me to string you along. So there were 2 questions that were in there. One was how to write good one-liners. And I do have a video that kind of goes into that a little bit, but for this particular video, I'll give you some exercises that I like to use in improv that'll help you write some good one-liners. So there's a bunch of games that we play, and the one that I like to use the most is called 185. So you pick any object. So let's say the object that I choose is a fork. 185 forks, walk into a bar, bartender says, I'm not going to serve 185 forks. 185 forks say, why not? The bartender says, because every time you come in here, you're always trying to spoon with me. Yeah, a joke I'm making up on the spot. Or because every time you come in here, you always try to stick yourself in an electrical socket. Or I don't know. Those are really bad examples. You should really bash me for this in the comments, honestly. But anyway, that joke is a structure. So it's 185 objects, walk into a bar, bartender says, I'm not serving 185 objects. 185 objects say, why not? And the bartender says. So it gets your mind into the mode of just understanding different ways that you can maybe write puns. So, maybe it's a remote. 185 remotes, walk into a bar, bartender says, I'm not serving 185 remotes. 185 remotes say, why not? And the bartender says, because every time you come in here, you keep trying to turn me on. Keep trying to turn me on. Yeah, like I said, some puns. Some of the other games that we play that I'll list off, one is called My College Nickname Was. So, I don't know, another nickname. So these are my AirPods. My college nickname was AirPods because every time I tried to listen to you, you fell out of my ear. Is this even good content? Am I even delivering good content? I have a show tonight, and I'm not feeling really all that funny. My college nickname was AirPods because I was expensive and I got lost a lot. My college nickname was AirPods because I was unreliable and couldn't keep a charge. My college nickname was Cup because am I even going to post this? Another game that we play is World's Worst. So think about an occupation that you wanted to be when you were growing up. So like world's worst doctor, something like this. What would it sound like if you were the world's worst doctor? So world's worst doctor might be, this tenderloin is very tough, right? Something like that. We also play Schwarzenegger Dies. So you get an object, let's say it's paper. So Schwarzenegger dies. Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously comes in, always has some kind of a tagline. So it's like, boom, don't be loose, leaf. That's my Russian. Schwarzenegger. I don't know, dude. I'm filming this on a Friday. These are all things that are going to jog you to get to giving yourself some one-liners. What you're trying to do is take an object or a word or something like this and do something that's like a play on words with it. So you can also go to improvencyclopedia.org and take a look at all their different backline or one-line games. That'll just help to train your brain. 185 really is the one that I think does the best. 185 pens, walk into a bar, bartender says, I'm not going to serve 185 pens. 185 pens say, why not? Bartender says, because every time you come in here, you spill your ink all over the customers. I don't know, maybe you guys should unsubscribe, honestly, at this point. So the second thing that I wanted to go over in here as well for this post is how to write a type 5. And this doesn't require its own post. It's pretty straightforward. So if you've written 5 minutes of material and that's it, then that's your type 5. But if you've written 10 minutes of material that is getting laughs on stage, then use your logic, and when you've recorded your videos or your recordings or whatever, take a look and see what the funniest 5 minutes of jokes are. And that's your type 5. If you got 15, figure out which of the 15 is your funniest 5. It doesn't have to mesh together. It doesn't have to weave through or have good transitions or anything like this. Just your 5 funniest minutes. And I wish I could give you more advice than that. It's as simple as that. You have to have so much material that's out there that it becomes incredibly difficult for you to figure out what your best 5 minutes are. If all you've written is 5 minutes, then that's your best 5. But if you've written an hour's worth of material, then you got to pick your best 5 minutes out of there. And the only way to know what really your best 5 minutes are is that you record every set that you do, every performance that you have. You watch it back. You really pay attention to where the audience laughs the hardest. And then most importantly, where they don't, and figure out why they aren't. And if it's something in your control that you can change. And that's all I got for now. So until next time, if there's other stuff that you want to know about, put it in the comments. Since I improvise most of these jokes, you get to see the real honest output of a comedian that usually writes total shit.